Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Coding My Way In. And today is a great week. I'm basically done with the project. Like, it's kind of crazy to say that I'm technically done with the project. If you guys have been watching the series, you guys have seen the process of me building the project step by step and learning things to put things into the project. And it's just a little tiny detail. I'll show you guys later what is that 1% that I want to add. Not add itself, just like make a quick fix. But other than that, guys, the project is completed. And I'm going to give you guys a quick tour. And I'm going to show you guys how I was finally able to implement Stripe. It took me like 3 days. And the documentation of Stripe, I really struggled with it, especially like adding things to it. But I was able to figure it out, and I had to watch some videos and stuff and read a lot and ask a lot of questions. But other than that, without further ado, guys, let me show you the project. And one thing, I will do a breakdown of the project, a separate video that has nothing to do with the series, showing what I add, so that video will be edited most likely because I need to break down the project step by step. So without further ado, let me show you guys what I worked on this week and how I finally was able to basically finish the project. So here we go. So you guys already know the deal. You guys have been watching this project and you guys know that the website is about Nissan. So it's nothing new that you guys have not seen. So something that I added today was, for some reason, I learned that I used the React router for my routing on my application. And what happens with React router that I found out today was that when you change to a page, it literally takes you to where you are located. Meaning, the issue that I was having was, anytime I click to any of these vehicles down here, instead of taking me all the way here, it would take me all the way here. And the lower I was in this component, in this one, which is the car grids component, the lower. So if I click the rogue, it will literally take me all the way down. And that's when I learned today that the React router does that. But there's a quick fix. So all you do is you just make a quick function, and let me show it to you here. And the car grids component, because from the car grids we go to the details component. But what is important here is something that I worked in the past, scroll to top. So basically I just added this function to scroll back to 00, which is the beginning. And all you do is you pass it onto the button that you're clicking, which is this. And what it does is, you see the car details is this button, is the details here. So that's the button that you guys see in here. So all I did was pass that function of scroll to top, and immediately it fixed the issue that I had. And now every time I click, it takes you directly to the website at the top instead of what I was doing before. So now the website looks more serious. So it's so cool. So now let me give you guys the quick tour, because that little fix, it was nothing too crazy. So now when the user goes into the website, now they can finally get the full experience of a website of purchasing a vehicle. So let's say you see this vehicle, you explore, and let's say you like, I don't know, this GTR looks very nice. So it takes you to the car details component, and here you're able to see the vehicle. You get details about the price, you get the performance, you get a couple more pictures and features and specifications, you know, the gist. And of course, we make sure the website is responsive. You always want to make sure of that. So you're able to see the website is responsive, it looks professional. And then if you can see here, you see the buy button, it changes based on the vehicle. So let's say we change the path here, let's put rogue, the button will change. So whatever vehicle we click from the other component, this button immediately will change, and it will take you directly to, when you click the buy button, it will take you to the checkout component that I did in advance. And I just wanted to have it, you know, because I wanted to make it look more professional instead of just I don't know. I just thought creating my own checkout will look very nicely, which I did. And again, it's the same thing. Once you click, it don't matter the vehicle. It will show it to you. It will be fetched. But the issue that I was having was I felt the page looked empty. So what I did was I was like, you know what? Let me add some more, something, I don't know, some legal, some copyright, something that would appear in a real website. And today, actually, I added these two things, a legal notice and a copyright. And immediately it gave like a completely different look to the website. And it looks way more realistic than last week that all I had was this. So now we have this beautiful checkout component. It's simple, but it gets the job done. It gives you a photo of the vehicle, the model, the category. I did a flat number. I just did one. So the application itself is not fully CRUD, but I just want to get quantity one vehicle, a flat number, and it gives you the price. And then again, like I told you guys last week, I have this disclaimer to let people know this is a fake website. I'm not trying to get sued. I'm just using this for learning purposes. And once you're here, of course, we make sure it's responsive. Once again, yeah, it's responsive. And you see how nicely it looks, the order summary, and then the legal notice. Everything looks nice. You know, it looks like a real website, right? So now, let me take you guys to what happens to this checkout. So this took me some time to figure it out. So how nicely it is, now that we click, yes, now that we click, now it takes you to the Stripe payment method. And as you can see here, I added the favicon here of Nissan. It transferred the name of the vehicle, how much it costs, and the category. And if, let's say, you here as a user and you're like, oh, you know what, I don't want this car anymore, you can go back. It takes you back to your checkout, and you can go back again. And I don't know, where's the tie-in? I like how this car looks. The tie-in, I like how this truck looks. I've seen it in person. It looks amazing. And let's say, okay, let me just get the tie-in instead. You have that option. And again, everything is the same way. Everything is being fetched from the database. And once you're here, you see the name change, the price change, and the category. And now we got to fill out the details. Let me take this part out real quick because I don't... Oh, and before I even do that, the Stripe section is totally from Stripe. So it already comes custom build and is already responsive. So as you can see, it's perfect. So they do that for you, so you don't have to stress about, oh, you having to make all these things. Like, nah, you do it through, they already have this for you, and then you just add some more details that I'm going to show you later in the video. So now you're here, let me put the details to show you. So really nothing crazy happens on, really, let me see, no, the address, okay, put this fake address. Yeah. I put San Diego. And let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna put this. Okay. So now you guys can see it now. So I put this fake information, the name of the person, no, is in the United States, a fake apartment, a fake unit, San Diego, and then I put a automatically. The moment you put the zip code, it actually finds it for you. After you put, if you put the city and the right zip code, it finds it for you immediately. And now here, since as you can see here is a test mode, you're not doing a real payment. So here, what you do is one of the cards that they have is 424242424242. Yep. And then you go here, you put a date, 24. 1, 2, 3, and then you hit pay, and then this complete the process green, it sends you back home, and boom, and that officially finished the experience of the user. So, and it shows up on your dashboard. You can see here the transactions, and this is the dashboard on Stripe. So it shows you all the details. Let me see. Yeah, everything is on time. The payment, the person, who, the name of the customer, the address, the shipping details, how many vehicles are we buying, the price. It adds the fee, status succeeded, and everything is good to go. And what else I wanted to show you guys? Yeah, so basically that's the entire experience. You can get the receipt, and yeah, you have the entire application working. So now, before I show you guys the code, because it's not that long, the code, the things that I want to change from the website, it's nothing crazy, but this part here, I don't like how it looks. It breaks, so I'm gonna do some CSS with Tailwind and make it so we can like drag it on the side, so it doesn't take the full like this full page, because with the other categories it looks good, but with this one it's a little bit effy. And the other thing that I'm thinking, I don't know if I should change the way that, based on the viewport of the site, because yeah, it looks good when you open it on a big screen, but when it's smaller, it looks like this. So I'm gonna decide whether or not I want to do that. I'm ready to move on into the next project, and don't worry, it doesn't look like this on the phone. It just does that. I don't know why. And yeah, so basically that's the whole website. Now let's talk about the code. So I really struggled because yes, they have the documentation, but it was very difficult for me to follow this, because I will add details and stuff, and it will get confusing. So I used this example that they have. They have this example, so you can follow along and how to set it up, and it was useful. But I still had to go watch YouTube videos and stuff to get it done. And the way that it works is, you create an environment, and as you can see here, you have a secret key. I'm not going to show you completely, but you use a secret key, and you also use a publishable key. But the thing about this is, I actually didn't use the publishable key because you use it with this package. So as you can see here, I downloaded this package and this one. But these two packages, all they do is they let you implement code from the front end so it can go to the back end. And then this package here, it just helps you and gives you components, pre-built components already, so you don't have to do the checkout page that I did. So they already have something like this, so you don't have to do it. But I wanted to create my own, so I actually didn't need to use this React npm package. What we used was the Stripe, and that what it does is it helps you create a route. It's very straightforward. I recommend you guys go into my repository. You create a route, you name it, async wait. And the reason I'm doing the body on a car is because on the code here, as you can see here, the way that we find the car is through this use memo hook, and that's how we find the vehicles, and that's actually how we pass using the app the use app context that we have, fetching all the data from the database. So we pass it here, and these are objects. So the way that it works is you create this route here, and you add this information. You can see it in the documentation, but basically what you're doing is a Stripe checkout session you create, and you add the price. And as you guys remember, on the payment, you guys saw the USD, you guys saw the car price, the car model. All of this is there, and then you just give it the shipping address. This is something that I added. You add the if it's a subscription or a payment, if it's a one-time thing. This is what I did, and then you call the port, and then of course if you want, you can add a success and a cancel if the payment doesn't go through. So when it went through earlier, you guys saw that it took me back to the home component. Is because of this, and if it had failed, it would have taken me here. And also it helped me to go back to the checkout page. As you guys saw it, that I went back to the checkout page, and then this is what I did. I just fetched the local host, which is 4242, strengthified the car, and that's how I got everything done. I know it was quick, but that's what I got for you guys. Peace.